I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.
Marc Marquez is aiming for victory at the Italian Mugello MotoGP to become Ducati's 93rd MotoGP winner. However, this achievement will be a tough challenge for the former Repsol Honda rider, especially with the brilliant performance of Francesco Bagnaia and other Ducati riders. On the other hand, Gresini Racing rider Marc Marquez admitted that he did not know anything about the news that Ducati had handed over the factory team seat to Jorge Martin, Prima-Pramac. Negotiations are reportedly taking place intensely, and a verbal agreement could take place at the Mugello circuit, which is the venue for the Italian MotoGP. Responding to this, Marquez admitted that he did not know. At the moment what I know from Ducati is not like that," said Marquez in an interview with MotoGP.com. And news to Marquez to Prima-Pramac. This is the biggest reason Marc Marquez refused to join Pramac Racing in MotoGP 2025 is interesting to review. Because the future of Marc Marquez in MotoGP next season is now being highlighted. And here's the full news. Marc Marquez is eyeing victory at the Italian Mugello MotoGP to become Ducati's 93rd MotoGP winner. However, this achievement will be a tough challenge for the former Repsol Honda rider, especially with the brilliant performance of Francesco Bagnaia and other Ducati riders. Marquez comes to Mugello as the favorite after his success at this circuit last season. A win at Mugello would be Ducati's 93rd win in MotoGP, equaling Marquez's bike number. Marquez's motivation to achieve this feat is even higher after Casey Stoner, Bagnaia, Marco Bezzecchi, and standings leader Jorge Martin all won for Ducati on their respective bike numbers. The last race was very good in terms of racing speed. I was fast, I was consistent, and this made the difference to make a comeback. Marquez was quoted as saying by Crash.net. But still I need to understand more to know what I need to do for the time attack. Marquez continued. Marquez admits his difficulties with Honda in terms of one lap, but he feels better when he is alone on a Ducati bike. With the Honda I struggle, but one lap with a slipstream or something like that I can be faster, said Marquez. Marquez and his team have some ideas to improve Marquez's performance, including a slight change in his racing style. We have some ideas with the team. I need to improve my riding style a little bit. But it is part of the process to work with time attacks because you don't have many opportunities during the weekend to improve. Marquez said. Marquez's future is still gray. Recently, news broke in Italy that Jorge Martin will be Bagnaia's teammate at the Ducati factory team in 2025. This sparked speculation about Marquez's future and his possible departure from Ducati. Marquez revealed that he has already done some brainstorming for his future in MotoGP. I am very smart with my ideas and with what I can do. All I can do is try to be fast on the racetrack because I will have more options, said Marquez. The rider with the nickname Baby Alien revealed he already has a scenario for his future. Off the track I am very comfortable because I have 3 different scenarios that I feel very comfortable with. It's not like I have one choice. Marquez said. Marquez also responded to rumors about a possible move to the Pramac Ducati satellite team on a full factory bike, but he firmly rejected that option. Because that is not an option. I will not move from one satellite team to another, said Marquez. In other information, Gresini Racing rider Marc Marquez admitted that he knew nothing about the news that Ducati had given up the factory team seat to Jorge Martin, Prima-Pramac. The determination of Francesco Bagnaia's potential teammate for the 2025 season should take place in the 7th racing series of the 2024 Italian MotoGP this weekend, May 31st to June 2nd, 2024. Ducati CEO Claudio Domenicali told AS that a decision would be made after the Italian MotoGP and before the Dutch MotoGP series on June 28 to 30, 2024. However, news that Ducati has chosen Martin as their new rider has spread. Negotiations are reportedly intense and a verbal agreement could take place at the Mugello circuit, which is the venue for the Italian MotoGP. Responding to this, Marquez admitted that he did not know. At the moment what I know from Ducati is not like that, Marquez said in an interview with MotoGP.com. But anyway, I will give 100% on the track. I will give my maximum, because then I will have more options with many teams. We'll see if I can continue to perform like the last races. If Martin does move to the factory team, Ducati will just have to convince Marquez to move to Pramac with the promise of support equal to a factory team rider. Since the 2020 season, Pramac has secured factory Ducati bike packages for both of their riders. However, Marquez seems to have subtly rejected that possibility. Pramac is a good team, they have good potential as Martin has shown, but that is not an option for me, said Marquez. So his choice to join the factory team? La Gazzetta dello Sport reports that there is also an opportunity for Marquez to move closer to KTM or even Aprilia. Previously there were also rumors that Marquez could stay at Gresini but get a factory bike. However, Gresini's chance of getting better support from Ducati's old motor package next season is said to be very small. Marquez himself insists his main goal is to get a factory bike because he still dreams of becoming world champion again. Of course, what I'm looking for is the most recent bike. I've said it 2 to 3 races before, this is the main priority, Marquez said. If you can join a factory team it is much better. If we want to compete for the title, and that is my wish, if we can continue to perform like this, we have to be ready in all aspects or try to get facilities. In the factory team we will get more support. If we get the latest bike, we will get more support. So the latest bike is the main priority, said the 8-time world champion. On the other hand, this is the biggest reason Marc Marquez refused to join Pramac Racing in MotoGP 2025 is interesting to review. Because Marc Marquez's future in MotoGP next season is now being highlighted. It is known Marquez's contract with the Ducati satellite team, Gresini Racing, will expire at the end of the 2024 season. He also has not yet determined where he will be anchored next season. Marquez himself is determined to defend the factory team in MotoGP 2025. The opportunity certainly exists for the racer nicknamed the Baby Alien because he managed to perform well in MotoGP 2024. With Gresini Ducati, Marquez is quite often on the podium. Most recently, he just finished third in the 2024 Catalunya MotoGP race which was held last weekend. One of the factory teams that has been heavily linked with Marquez at the moment is Ducati Lenovo. However, Marquez needs to compete hard to win one remaining place there because Ducati is also rumored to be eyeing Jorge Martin. Later, news circulated that Marquez's chance to become a tandem for Francesco Bagnaia in the Ducati factory team had narrowed somewhat. Because, the team based in Borgo Panigale is said to be more interested in proposing Jorge Martin. That way, Marquez of course needs to find another port that can certainly bring him to appear competitive. The name of Ducati's satellite team, Pramac Racing, was also widely heard. Because, if Jorge Martin is really promoted to the factory team, the seat there is certainly empty. Marquez turned out to be openly refusing to defend the Pramac Racing team. The reason was revealed. Marquez felt that Pramac was not an option for him, who was determined to return to defend the factory team. Anyway, I will give 100% on the track, and try my best, and like this I will have more opportunities for different drivers' seats. We'll see if we can continue like the last few races, Marc Marquez said, quoted from the official MotoGP website, Friday, May 31, 2024. Pramac is a very good team as Martin has shown. They have great potential, but it's not an option for me, he concluded.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees.